Hi, I'm gonna try to solve this question and try to explain how to solve this question about multinational companies in the UAE. So before we look at the text, let's look at the question itself. Part A says define the term multinational company. So the phrase define suggests we want to give a definition and preferably an example to get full marks for this question. So the term multinational company, right? So it says multinational. So multi-nation. Multi suggests many, right? Many nations. So a multinational company is a company that has operations not just in one country, but in many. So an example would be, for example, Microsoft. Microsoft, as suggested in the text, is a company that has headquarters in the USA, but it has operations all around the world. You can see its products being used all around the world, right? Another familiar example could be Samsung, right? So why is Samsung a multinational company? It has headquarters in South Korea, but it sells its product. It has offices all around the world and factories all around the world. It has operations not just in one country, but many countries. Moving on to part B. Part B says examine the benefits to MNCs operating in a foreign country such as the UAE. So it says examine. So it's different from define in the sense that now it's not asking for a definition or example. It's asking for an examination of the text, and we want to extract evidence that could lead for us to making conclusions about benefits to MNCs, multinational companies operating in a foreign country such as the UAE. So such as the UAE. So this suggests that we're going to take a look at the text and we're going to apply the knowledge we gained from the course and use this text as well, and we're going to merge it. We're going to apply the knowledge to extract evidence from this to answer the question. So the first sentence says multinational companies are attracted to the United Arab Emirates because of low taxes, political stability, and high gross domestic product per capita. So these terms are important because low taxes means lower cost, right? And this also means high profit. This is a benefit for MNCs to operate in a foreign country, such as UAE. Moving on, political stability ensures a certain level of safety for the company to operate in the country as well as its employees, and they're safe to live in this country. And high gross domestic product per capita suggests, so GDP per capita is related to individual income, right? Because GDP per capita is GDP divided by the population. So this suggests a certain level of wealth, a certain level of individual wealth for residents in UAE. So individuals in UAE have relatively higher wealth compared to other countries. So the consumer base that multinational companies can reap from is a consumer base that are willing to pay more money and that have more money to spend. Moving on, Microsoft, Marriott Group, DHL, and Ericsson all have operations in the UAE. So this is just a statement, right? So there's no evidence that we can extract to discuss the benefits. Moving on, the influx of engineering, law, and accountancy firms brings managers from many countries. So engineering, law, and accountancy firms brings managers. So another important factor to consider when MNCs are coming into different countries is that do they have the adequate human resource? Do they have the adequate workforce that will work and operate the country, operate the company in that specific country? And this, from the text, suggests that there's individuals that have specialized skills and knowledge, such as in engineering, law, and accountancy, and capable of working and becoming employees for these MNCs. Moving on, Dubai has gained a reputation of being a destination for shopping, attracting many tourists from around the world. Destination for shopping, right? So Dubai is one of the Emirates in the United Arab Emirates. So another famous city in United Arab Emirates would be Abu Dhabi as well, right? So Dubai, since it attracts many tourists, companies have the incentive to come in and work in UAE because they're not just selling to the residents of UAE. They also, for a fact, certain know that the city attracts many tourists. So the consumer base is not just the residents in the UAE. It's also the different tourists that are coming in to shop, that are coming in to work in the United Arab Emirates. So these are all the reasons and all the benefits that MSCs operating in a foreign country such as the UAE would have, and this is exactly how we can solve the question by looking at the text sentence by sentence and extracting the facts and the evidence and relating it to how countries can benefit, and clearly stating these in the form of sentences and a paragraph.